Tes 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 tes. Masuk suara. Halo halo. Just asik. Lah, laga ini dibatalkan. Mana orangnya om? Langsung aja BO 300. Ampun, gak berani. Mana orangnya om? Gak ada kameranya om. Gak ada kameranya om. Pakai kamera mobil aja. Kemana aja mas? Nggak kemana-mana, di rumah aja. Gimana mas Safik? Kabarnya mas Safik? Halo Bang Danu.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. So off we go then. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
It's very hard to miss this guy, Haaland, when there's all 6'4" of him. A player with great football pedigree in his family, remembering his father played in the English top flight. The most talked about man in football. He's really one of a kind and marauds his way around the pitch.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kenapa nggak
Well
main
seen,
mobil?
saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Udah nggak pernah main mobil ini, Mas.
Vieira. Distributed tidily. Another chance from a corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Driven in. Towering header! Goal! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So, a breakthrough already. It's Seedorf. And he's found the way past. Big chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Best. Could move up a gear here. That's a cute ball. Vieira gets over and intercepts.
Iya nih, takut dibantai Mas
And
Afik.
it's Seedorf.
Indonesia really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Here's a man adored by many,
Terakhir
even
mabar kan,
deified by some.
aku kalah itu ya.
He steps in, and that's the end of that.
Haaland really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very close.
Goes for a shot! He's got a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Haaland! And the ball's come loose here. Try, and he keeps on giving it a go.
He looks to me like he's enjoying his personal
Squad
duel with
lawan
this keeper.
ngeri ini skuadnya.
It's their second
Lumayan
corner of the game.
pemain baru semua.
And it's hoisted clear. Indonesia have the chance to go the other way. And here's Dembele. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Zanetti. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Rice wins the duel this time. Liverpool are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Zanetti. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Played into space. Now, can they get it back? Nesta is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Oh, it's Dembele. Lampard. That's Busquets. And it's Cruyff. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Thuram cuts out the pass. Busquets. Lampard. That's Busquets. Thuram. That's Busquets. Best. Raul. Nice looking ball. Rice. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. And it's Zanetti. Lampard, renowned for his long-range shooting. Van Dijk. Played over towards the opposite flank.
1 minute added time.
Seedorf. Tries to pass it through. No, that's been intercepted. And we've reached half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Indonesia are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score.
Substitution on the field. Number 2, William Saliba. Coming on the field is number 16, Pepe.
And so we're off again. Van Dijk. And it's Zanetti. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Van Dijk. Busquets is always scanning the pitch for targets. It's Van Dijk. Zanetti. Opts for safety. Cruyff. Best. Vieira. And it's Azar. Knocks it into space. Indonesia can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Raul. And he's been shifted off it. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's nice. He's picked his way through. Great ball, and he's in here. He saw the date. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. A lot hinges on this one. And they've turned it round. Not a twitch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Raul currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Can he spark a counter here? And it's Lampard. Seedorf. Seedorf. Seedorf going face-to-face with his great rival. Crosses it in. He leaps for it. Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Substitution on the field. Number 21.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 20, Dembele. Coming on the field, number 11, Bale. Number 9, Ibrahimovic. Substitution.
And he welcomes it in. He's found a way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Van Basten. Mateus can see things others simply cannot. Strokes it back.
They're really getting no
Chance! And yes, it's there! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Indonesia go up by 2 and are looking good.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Into the last quarter of an hour. Zanetti. It's not an especially good pass, that. And here's Azar. Good read, needed to be.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Mateus. And here's Ibrahimovic. Seedorf. Oh, this is a great position. Bale showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Neymar. Robson has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. And it's Ibrahimovic. Great vision. And this is Azar. Drills one in. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Neymar. Just eases him off the ball. And that was very necessary. Busquets, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Thuram.
2 added minutes
And it's
has
Van
been
Dijk.
indicated.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Robson. And that's that. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable
hat-trick.
collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Hullet, hat-trick scorer, massive game from him. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We are just getting started. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, I think it's going to be hard, Peter, not to pick out the very talented Michael Elise here. We love his creativity and his ability to drift inside and find a little bit of space and then do serious damage. But potential was always in his game from a very young age, and he's realising that potential now, and he really is growing into something quite devastating.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a... And the shots! He's delivered all right!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Best. That's good running with the ball. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. So just one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Zanetti. Van Dijk. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Neymar has given away a free kick. He's found a way through. And here's Hullet. Best. Takes a shot.
Nggak di match up ya.
That's a shot
Lawannya
finish.
nggak pakai match up ini kayaknya.
And they're threatening to
Padahal
fly
bolanya
away
lewat
here.
depannya persis loh.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
So that's 2 now without reply.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Kukçu gets a good foot in there. And this is Hullet. He's found a way through. Very nicely done. Hullet! And it's there! They are purring, truly purring. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming?
Chance for a shot! Brilliant! About as smooth as it gets. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Indonesia are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And that has left him in a heap. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Zanetti promptly onto that, and that is that. Neymar. Zanetti spots it and intercepts. Busquets. Best. Raul. Indonesia couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Neymar. Now it's Hazard. Cross to the back post. And that's the keeper's ball. Neymar. And it's Kukçu. Hazard receives it in a wide position. Engages and forces him off the ball. Cruyff. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. Van Dijk. Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know about. No, that's been intercepted. He's beat and Hullet! Oh, there was plenty on that.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
the game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable.
Against Paris Saint-Germain.
The colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And that gets things running. Well, those of you who followed English football around the turn of the century will certainly know this man well. He is, of course, Giovanni van Bronckhorst, another fine Dutch import who claimed his fair share of trophies whilst on these shores.
And later on in the continent too, Peter. He never really struck me as a flashy player, but rather a model of consistency, adaptability and intelligence. He excelled in one of the hardest roles in the game.
A role, of course, you know very well, Jim. Van Bronckhorst, an incredibly influential player, and it is no surprise that he's worn that famous orange shirt more than 100 times. Van Dijk. Now it's Cruyff, looking for options for movement. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Timber. It's Xabi Alonso. And it's Hullet. Donadoni. Donadoni showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he's had it nicked away. Nothing much to report on so far. Each side waiting to make their first move. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nicely weighted ball. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Pullet producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Dani Olmo can so cleverly bypass the press.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Best. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Dani Olmo.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Best. Timber kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. That's going in strongly.
And it's Olmo. Pass is just off target. Busquets. Best. And here's Raul.
Oh, really well played.
He is through here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Oh, that's fabulous. Great chance!
Offside.
Cruyff
Offside.
finds himself offside. Nesta is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Yamal gets into a good position. Xavi Alonso. Bullet. And they can counter here. Now it's Lampard. Nicely shaped ball.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
That is good strength. He's under a lot of pressure there. And it's Zanetti. That's Tura. Lampard. And here's Hullet. Best driving forwards. Kimmich did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Busquets. Best. He's found a way through. Best! What a
Astagfirullah.
save from Peter Schmeichel!
Stunning Sukacha.
And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Indonesia with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. And the shot! Goal!
There's such a big name in your side to register very close to the break. Not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too, and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking now.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Indonesia have fired themselves in. He's rising! Crossbar comes to the rescue. And that is the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Indonesia leading by 1 at the break.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Indonesia can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Indonesia currently ahead by the smallest of margins. And here's Hullet.
Hullet really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And he's there to belt it away. And reclaimed it in a trice.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And this is Hullet. And this is Lampard. Drogba constantly looking for the ball into the box.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Busquets. Raul.
They've got to be quick moving this forward. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Dani Olmo. Drogba shoots!
Tidur Drogba. Bahaya ini sundul-sundul lawannya ini. Bekku sering kalah sundul.
Number 18, Johan Cruyff. Number 22, Frank Lampard. Coming on the field, number 19, Mateus. Number 5, Brian Robson. Substitution.
Lah, ngapain nih? Cuma gym doang.
Indonesia have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Hullet. Raul. And this is Hullet. Robson. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's not looking good, Peter. You can't just stop playing once you've gone ahead. You're letting the opposition know that you can be got at, and they can so easily raise the pace and tempo to do just that.
Best. Mateus. Mateus! And that was very necessary. Now it's Drogba. Now it's Raul. That is a great pick out. Cleared away.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Robson powering forward here. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And here's Raul. Here's a chance for a shot! And it's in! Do not write them off! Back they come!
Lepas juga gitu.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 7, Raul. Number
So we have
7,
movement on both
George
benches.
Best.
There's going to be a
Coming
major
on the
shake-up in the
field,
attack here.
number
Well, it'll be
12,
interesting to see what system they'll be playing with now,
number
Peter.
17,
Paris Saint-Germain restore parity.
Substitution in progress.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Indonesia are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Goes down, but nothing given.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on, and he shoots! And he's stuck it away! And again they hit the front.
The goal scorer for Indonesia.
That was easy,
After
almost
81
too
minutes
easy.
is
Again, that's
Number
terrific movement,
19.
Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Lothar Matthäus.
Tunisia leading now. It's the Boston! And that really should have been that.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Indonesia have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's been shifted off it.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Now it's Rafael Leao. Now it's Van Basten. And he's found a way past. Now that looks a bit... He's had a shot! Well taken goal.
Bagus juga ya si Gullit jadi IMF.
And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Indonesia have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. That pass has been well intercepted. And that will be it. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcome. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, Kvaratskhelia is a player who can do some serious damage. He brings a lovely intensity to that left flank and thrives on getting into half spaces. I think his
Best! It's in!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So, a breakthrough already. Best. Foot in.
Best really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Deftly away. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick, and it's Lampard. No outsmarting him this time. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Neymar, he's found the way through. Here it is, crossed in.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Edmilson. And this is Shevchenko. Oh, good take in a good area. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Quarter of an hour played. Kajolu. Now this could be a chance. And here comes the corner. Ayutthaya with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Real chance! And that's it! They have come roaring back!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome...
Chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get that? Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
Kajolu will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Kajolu picks it up out wide, and that should get the job done. Oh, what has happened here? And it's Soboslai. Raul. Cruyff. Now it's Hullet. Well timed, excellent interception. Cruyff. Cruyff. Good driving run. Soboslai. He's going for goal. It's hit the uprights, and he's following up. Cruyff has created one goal already. Could move up a gear here. And this is Hullet. Great ball, and he's in here, and he shoots! And that's a good finish. And they get themselves in front! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. takes a shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And it's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Thuram can clear it away. Cruyff. And now the breakaway. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Busquets
has been
is
indicated.
always scanning the pitch for targets. Cruyff. Best. Steaming on goalwards. And he nearly went all the way.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
And this could be the final action of the first half. They've played it short. And here's Lampard. And the finish! The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Indonesia are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, this has been gripping stuff. 4 goals evenly shared. At the interval, it's 2-2. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Now, there are plenty in the middle waiting for this.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
And this is Lampard. That's a lovely, neat pass. And here's Cruyff. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Azar. Now it's Shevchenko. Zanetti. Raul.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And he cuts out the supply. Robertson. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Kadiolu wins the duel this time. Neymar. And it's Neymar. And here's Hullet. Now it's Hullet. On, and the shot! There it is! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Now, who's going to be first to this? Szoboszlai. Best being hunted in packs.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Nice sequence of passes, this. He's had a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Ayutthaya have their second corner now.
Indonesia, number 18, Johan Cruyff. Number 22, Frank Lampard. Number 7,
Important interception.
Raul.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
George Best. Coming on the
And
field,
it's Szoboszlai.
number
Played
19,
back.
Mateus. Number 5,
That pass surprised
Brian
everyone, and not in a good
Number
way.
17,
Rafael Leao powering forward here.
Number 12, Van Basten. Substitutions taking place.
Szoboszlai. Indonesia perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Saviola receives it in a wide position.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Szoboszlai. Passing is crisp and sharp. Martin. That's a shade optimistic. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Dani Olmo can see things others simply cannot. And this is Van Basten. Dani Olmo. Azar. Azar looking for the run. Chips it through.
Ayutthaya really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
In with the challenge. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Looking tidy in possession here. Decent chance! It's loose. That's another chance!
Kipernya
And a
gokil,
truly
kipernya.
agonising miss.
Szoboszlai was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop.
Kvaratskhelia! And that could come back to haunt them.
That's really
Hello, Mas
unlucky
Patri
because he
Aziz,
didn't do an
yeah.
awful lot wrong then. It's a let-off for that defence.
Dani Olmo.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Azar. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Could move up a gear here. And it's Kadiolu.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Busquets. That's going wide left. He saw the danger and he went crashing in. It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Plays a sharp little ball here. Shapes to shoot!
Goal.
And that's a sharp finish. And surely that does it. Perfect time, decisive strike.
There will be 3 minutes.
The invitation was
added time.
clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope for...
And there goes the final whistle. Indonesia can reflect on a job really well done.
Semuanya udah dulu
Superior
ya buat live
tactically,
siang.
physically and
Mau off
mentally.
dulu ini.
All round the better side. It turned into a very, very
Sudah dulu
smooth
buat
ride.
live siang hari ini. Terima kasih semuanya
You
yang
sum
sudah
up what we've witnessed, Jim.
nonton,
I think we
sudah
just saw a team
meramaikan
winning
live
by
dan
playing to their
menemani live
strengths.
siang
There was a clear
ini.
picture of
Sampai
what they
ketemu
set out
lagi
to
di
do,
live
and the
selanjutnya.
players were determined to deliver it.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye-bye.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.